is it going, everybody? And welcome to the Fight Club. Today we are gonna look in a Rakdos endgame build, and this is the Forge boss. I wanted to try to build something around this Sacrifice Aristocrats team when I saw this card first, and then I was trying different builds and never really something worked together. But then I discovered that this card comes out, of course, with the Streets of New Capenna. I think this card was meant to make your blitz creatures a little bit more impactful on the board. This is why I then changed my complete approach to the deck, how I built it, because at first it was like a typical one-drop team with Eye Twitch, Gas, and all these almost always seen cards in black and red or in Rakdos colorations. And then I thought, okay, let's go more for our blitz stuff, and there is where we put in underdogs and requisitioners, and of course our harvester, because he is like, I think, the secret gem since few months, almost in every Rakdos build, or also giant builds inside, where you especially use Cheeky Bricky, because he can sacrifice himself, so trigger the Forge boss, but also provides you a lot of value, and it's a 2-mana 3/2 that trades really good against other builds. Then we have 3 inclusions of Jaxis, and Jaxis, the Troublemaker, and there is Absenta, thank you. It looks like from Netflix Arcane, who didn't saw it, from League of Legends, the animated series. The art style and design looks just amazing. I love it, and I love this card. I have different builds with this card. Aggro builds, midrange builds, control is maybe less, but here in this midrange build, it has a really nice spot, because then the creatures that we cannot blitz suddenly have blitz. For example, our endgame itself, the Forge boss itself, he can be copied and then of course go in. Sadly, the trigger didn't trigger from the sacrifice trigger of the Forge boss. So when you sacrifice itself, you just draw a card, but it doesn't trigger. And then we have the rest, basically things to synergize with our self-sacrifice teamed. It's the Meathook Massacre. Sometimes I play just for 2 without killing anything, because then as soon as things start, like underdog or a requisitioner start popping, you also start draining your opponent with the Meathook Massacre. Warlock class, exactly the same. Here is sadly some anti-synergy here, because the blitz happens after the check of Warlock class. So Warlock class do not trigger when you blitz something. I found this a little bit annoying, maybe anti-synergy, but I was never, like, let's say, in the spot where I want to remove Warlock class, because usually if you blitz something, opponent often trades for it, or jump blocks, or whatever that they do, or use a removal on it, and then Warlock class still triggers, right? And Warlock class is also a little bit like a pseudo Deadly Dispute, where it can give you a little bit card advantage and also put stuff in the graveyard, like underdog you can put in the graveyard to replay it from the graveyard. Ob Nixilis made in this deck, but I'm not super happy with him, I'm telling you this up front. We'll talk about it a little bit more in the breakdown. And this is so far for our Rakdos Aristocrats and Gegner Forge boss build. Let's go into the gameplay and check it out how I perform. Before we start, consider to subscribe to my channel if you are new to it. Otherwise, thank you very much, and let's roll the gameplay. Let's see how we can perform against Master Ninja in our first game, and this hand looks weird, but I think keepable. Maybe a little bit too slow, but I think keepable. Let's go like this. I think priority lies on our Harvester now to play it out. Okay, no land so far, but it's okay. Mono black snow, maybe Rakdos snow. There are different lists running around. Looks like mono black, huh? Underdog. Okay, no land drop. This is classic. Classic. So let's go and deal with the underdog first. Submit 0. Let's go with Warlock class, and then we can maybe search next turn for our land drop, for our Cheeky Bricky, of course. Okay, opponent with Infernal Grasp, Painful Grasp. Okay, let's level it. What do we have here? Okay, thank you, both of my excellent removal. And yeah, let's keep it. Let's get it on. Sorin, okay. Could be problematic because he gains life, but let's see if we can catch my opponent off guard. Ooh. Should we play our endgegner and start from there, or should I play Cheeky Bricky and another war class? Decisions, huh? I think the boss and then creating treasures and stuff is a little bit more impactful on this state. Most likely my opponent has some sort of interaction with the endgegner, but we're gonna see. This is not fair. It's forbidden to use Invoke. Too much value. Too much value. Okay, now we can kill our Sorin Sukun. Let's go here. Let's play you out. Draw some cards, drain my opponent a little bit, create some treasures. Okay, sure. Let's see what else my opponent has to offer. Oh, okay, okay. Interesting. Definitely interesting. Sure. Deadly Dispute. Nice, nice, nice combo. I like it. I like it. So opponent refills, most likely another Invoke. I hate to play against Invokes. My turn. Okay. Let's go here for 3, I would say. And then from there we're gonna see. Sorry. I think we're gonna Blitz Jin, make some damage, and then play Ob Nixilis. Chup, chup, chup. Okay. Pass, pass. So how we can do it? We can play you. Level you. That's first level. Let's see what we got there. Another boss. Another Ob Nix. The land drop is a little bit more impactful, I think, right? Yeah. Let's play you. Let's play you. And should we main phase here on the 4/4? Just so we get a trigger from Warlock class? I think so, right? Let's do that. And then we're gonna see what my opponent, if my opponent wants to attack all or not. Uh-huh. Meathook Triggy. My opponent most likely attack all. Oh, he plays his own Meathook to negate my, okay. Nice, nice, nice. We don't need 2 Jin. Another Meathook is also not really necessary. So let's go like this. Let's make some damage. Let's play you for knife for 2. See. A lot of triggers.
After 1,000 years,
Then we gonna
a new conquest.
minus you for a creature and plus you for a little bit drain.
Job for you. Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
Okay. Not bad, but so far my opponent has enough answers for almost everything he needed or wanted. Okay, sure. Opponent wants to go in for the Planeswalkers. And Underdog. Ooh. Oof. Opponent needs to be careful what he's doing there. Okay. Wow. Okay. So I can block face massage, definitely.
My empire crumbles.
Go for the face. Negate the meat hooky. Okay, okay. Let's see first what we're gonna draw. Lands, obviously. Then we're gonna play here. And should be... How much is this next turn? 5 damage. Maybe even more, right? Should we play the Meathook for 1 just to kill this one? The flying? I think I must, right? Otherwise I could be dead. Doesn't matter which one. Let's see what we can top deck here. Okay, opponent with Infernal Grasp, Painful Grasp. But now my opponent needs to be really careful. Okay. Really, really careful. Exile, exile, my friend. Okay. We're gonna trade, of course. Of course, we're gonna trade. And my Meathook resolves first. This is why when opponent's turn, usually your Meathook is the one that triggers first. How good is this? I'm not sure how good it is, but let's see what we maybe can redraw. Oh, fuck! But I cannot copy you, right? Can I go for 2? Then it triggers, but his trigger goes first off. I think this is it, my friends. I think this is it, because his trigger goes first off. This is why his Meathook will negate it. Right? And I don't have enough cards to copy the Harvester. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm most likely dead next turn. And I don't see really like how I could protect, because if he flash in the underdog, I could be I'm dead too if I play both of them out. So this will be my play, right? This will be my only play I could do. So we drained my opponent for 1 too little. Yeah, this trigger will negate with his Meathook, because as I said before, his Meathook resolves first, you see? Ay, how unlucky is this? How unlucky is this? How unlucky. Yeah. Doesn't matter what. These invokes, huh? Good game, my friend, good game. Definitely a cool game. Let's go next. Zo against Poly. Poly 88%. Let's see what Poly has to offer. Poly goes first. Jesus, this is... If you draw a 2-drop, then it's amazing. If you don't draw a 2-drop, we can be in some troubles here. But let's see. Dimir, okay, this is theoretically a 2-drop. Theoretically a 2-drop. Ah, you're Esper, okay. Sure. Sure, my friend. We are a little bit on a slow side here. Opponent plays Kaito. Maito. Painful tap land, huh? Painful tapped land. Let's go with you. Pop off here. Now opponent can play Kaito. If my opponent attacks with both, most likely not Kaito, or it is a misplay, because if he plays... Oh no, Kaito has protection. Kaito has protection, built-in protection. So this is okay. Oh, nice. Nice, bro. What should I say? Super nice. Let's go here. Let's go for a treasure. Next. And then do we massacre for 2? Now, if he has spell pierce, I cannot pay for the mana. If I play you, sure, right? If I play you, I have enough protection for the mana, or for the Omni Dobni. And let's go plus you.
I'm not afraid of any of you. Your punishment
And go minus
is
you.
my entertainment.
And end the
You
turn.
work for me now, runt.
You work for me now, runt. So now let's see what my opponent wants to kill. We have a treasure, we have an enchantment in our hand. Oh, okay. Lumi Doomy. You put a counter on her. Yes, no? He does. Okay, smart decision. Smart decision. Sure, I take it. He even leave my Planeswalker be. Let's go face. Boom. Boom shakalaka. So from here we go to Meathook it for 2. 1, 2. Let's see if my opponent has counter spells. Looked like he had, huh? But I could pay it. Spell pierce. I'm gonna trigger. Then we're gonna minus you, just in case he blitz the underdogs. He decides to blitz it. And we have 2 mana left. Opponent discards a card. Okay, that's good, That's nice. Holy, I like your approach. And next turn, I think we start with the boss. Oh, waiting announcement, nice. Nice. Okay, another land is good. Let's see first what my opponent's gonna do. Drain discard. Yeah, okay.
Plead for mercy.
Drain discard, didn't discard. We can play both even. It can be that my opponent also runs Meathook Massacre, but currently he has not enough to deal with the end Gigna. And autopay. Let's go attack. See if my opponent wants to block. Oh, he does. Interesting. Interesting that he wants to block. Because this is, I don't know if but this is really necessary. You think he's sitting on the Meathook? I think so. I think he's sitting on the Meathook. No, he doesn't want to do anything. Okay, our land is not perfect. Let's discard you two. Oh, Shiki. Shiki Briki and Jixi. Okay, let's go with Jaxis. Jaxis, copy Forge. Discard you. This is popping off, huh? 10 plus. I think my opponent likes it.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, I think he likes it. Атакуется. Oh, this is how you are, huh? Okay. Let's see what he wants to exile. Let's see what the Esper player wants to exile here. Next. I will exile this one. Jaxis will exile or kill herself anyway, so don't worry about this. Okay. Cool. Cool flex, bro.
You are not much of a
Still a lot of damage. And plus.
Defy me, and you'll lose.
And another chicken. And we get a trigger, of course, from our end boss and our Jaxis. And our Meathook, I forgot a Meathook. Okay, land. I think my opponent is dead next turn, right? With Manland. Don't see it. Yeah. Pony, good game, good game. A good game. Outgrinded the Esper player here. Let's go next. Our next game against Nice. 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 We go first. We don't have red mana, but I'm certain that we can underdog dispute into the red mana. So let's see, opponent here. Oh, here we have it. Here we have our red mana. And this is good, this is good, this is good. And it's very good, very nice. And I think the Endgegner, the Forge boss, is a really nice inclusion or addition for Blitz stuff, no? Like, he's also a warrior, and somebody of you pointed out last time in the comments when I made the Blitz deck that almost all Blitz creatures are warriors, and you are totally right. You are definitely totally right. You are Reanimation, huh? How do we do it against Reanimation the best? We play tapped, attack, yeah. We play tapped, play you. Let's see. And I was looking into making some warrior tribal, but then I need to splash white, so I'm going Mardo to pump our warriors and make them bigger. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do something in Mardu warriors, maybe with some cheeky little enchantments. My opponent can already how you call it? Reanimate next turn, right?
Enough with your petty notions of morality. All that matters. Your punishment is my entertainment.
So we help our opponent to reanimate something.
Plead for mercy.
5 mana, now he needs to discard something. Oh, invoke, okay. What do you invoke? Burn down the house? Okay. Sure, sure, nice, nice. No lands here. I can bleed something, I can Jaxis something. If I Jaxis now, then Forge Boss, copy the Forge Boss. This will also be a lot of triggers, huh? So let's do that. Let's do that, I would say. We need one more mana for copy the Forge Boss. And we're gonna see. Big score. Opponent is looting for some... Are you a Boros? Okay, I cannot play you and you in the same time, but I can play you. I can copy you. Discard you. What do I discard? Sure. Right? Nah. The boss? I don't like to discard boss bros. But I think I need to, huh? Deadly Dispute is card advantage. Let's get rid of the boss. Just because Warlock class will also drain my opponent for a little bit. And we can drain it a little bit earlier on. This was bitter. Bitter. Okay, search we can discard. Another burn down, okay. Very cool. Let's play the land. Let's play you. Let's make Ouchie. Sacrifice the creature. Okay, there we have our boss. There we have our boss. My opponent is at 7. Oh, invoke Jaxis, but he has nothing to reanimate. Okay, that can happen. This can happen to reanimation decks. Let's go next. Here we are against Red Mock. Let's see if we can do something here. Jesus, why are the hands so weird? Okay, this is better. We have Boss, we have Shatter, we have Hard Draw. Sure. 1, like 2, 3, 4. Refill. I don't really want to discard anything here. But I think I need to discard Boss. I'm currently not in the position to play it. No, this is a misplay. This is a misplay, my friends. I needed to play the Black Source. I needed to play the Black Source. Okay, okay, okay. This is how you are, huh? This is how you are. Let's see. No. Not really, my friend, not really. Another Asha, okay. And Hopeful, okay. If I play you... Can I play you? I can block the most of them, right? I can block all 3 of them. Sure. Because here will most likely have also some exile stuff. And should I turn you sideways to kill you? Sure, right? Because why should I give my opponent the chance to do anything in his turn? He could maybe kill it, attack with all of them, they will grow, do a lot of damage. This way we can do it like this. Yeah. Opponent creates another token. Jaxis will come in next turn. Oh, he has 3 mana now, okay. And Hopeful, okay, sure. My turn. Okay, now with Voltage Surge here, we can maybe play you. And let's see if my opponent has some removal for it. If he has Brutal Qatar, I can kill the Brutal Qatar. Sure. Okay, this makes my decision much easier. Submit 0. This way he cannot attack, grow the initiate, and he needs to wait until next turn. My turn. Oh, the Forge. But I wanna draw some cards first. Let's see what we drew here. Mythic, yeah. Now I regret a little bit not have been played. So if I play you now, not have been killed Redane, but I don't know if Redane is really like super big deal here. So let's go play you out. No attacks. I don't think I can be the aggro deck here against mono white. And it is Spellbinder, sure. Take my Meathook Massacre. Take the Meathook Massacre, my friend. Okay, go for 2. Another land. I can go here for 1, right? Yeah. And then we are back where we've been. No attacks. But this way my opponent attacks only for 2 each time. This is totally fine. Okay, then you are not the most helpful here, to be honest, but it's okay. We can keep our den to discard. Let's go and make some damage too. And the turn. The big boss, huh? Holds on against mono white. The big boss. Okay. Let's copy you. Let's discard You, I will say. Let's go next. Next. Let's go here for a little bit of damage. There's already 6 damage, my friend. Slowly but surely you should be considering being careful. And I can play you out as a tap land. We will draw something from... Oof. Oof. Okay, okay. So you tell me... You tell me we can do something. We need a treasure though. Oh, nice. Okay. Sure. Resolve. Resolve. Pass. So now the big boss, huh? The big question is... I exile you, copy you, attack for 3, 9, he needs to jump block, it will be 6, and then 1 trigger from the boss. Is that right? This is 4, 8, 12, no fuck, this is Jaxis. 4, 8, 12. Fuck. I could have won, huh? Let's see. Yeah, this would be Jaxis if I will not block. Meathook, trigger. I was hoping that I can maybe kill him on the way back. I saw 3 damage here, 3 damage here. 1 from the trigger to death. Okay, let's do it like this. Discard you. Exile you. Attack. One, two. He's forced to block. Yeah, he's forced to block. We return it back. Get another trigger. Another underdog. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, nice. Holy moly. Holy moly, but is this enough? This is not enough, right? I play you, copy you, both dice, and then he's dead. Copy you, discard you, both dice to the Meathook or to the sacrifice, and then we should have it. Right? Yes! Yes! Powerhouse! Let's go next. And here we are against Naoto N. Most likely our last game. We're gonna see. Gonna see how it's gonna perform. Jesus, no. No game. You see, slowly but surely the game starts giving you like weird lands, weird stuffs where you are forced to mulligan. Hand smoothing my ass. Jaxis can go. Hand smoothing my ass. Okay, opponent. Opponent is on Orzhov Angels, maybe? Okay. Go sleep. Maybe Esper. Maybe Esper, huh? Could be Esper. because might be also Angels. Angels also, I see, play them Lumina Aspirant and stuff. What we gonna see now? Naoto. Looks like pure Orzhov. Huh? Yeah. You are Esper Dungeons, maybe. I saw a really common list of Esper Dungeons. Pam 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 pam. Okay. So let's attack first. See if my opponent wants to block it. No. Let's go. Let's bring the Ob Nixilis out. And just in case he has Vanishing Verse, we're gonna create two of them.
Oh, I have a job for you.
I have a job for you. I have a job for you too, bro. Obnix. Look how dominant he is. I want the full art. The full art that you see here in the pictures. With this body on the bottom, because here you don't see the body, it's here downstairs, down somewhere. I will love to have the full art of him. Like this one. Look, just dominating. 4 mana, let's see if this is Angels. He has the enchantment for Angels. Okay, sure. Enter, enter, my friend. Enter the dungeon, scry a little bit. Most likely they choose the scry thingy. Ah, he creates a goblin. What, this makes it easier for me. This makes it easier for me, my friend. Nadar. He can kill some. Ah, Vanishing Verse, okay. Sure. Kill the goblin. This is why we created two, because otherwise he would just Vanishing Verse the one and kill the Omnix that will be with a higher loyalty. Sure. Let's see first what my opponent is gonna do.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything. Your punishment is my
I don't see myself double cast the Surge, Voltage Scourge. So let's play the big boss out. Can he complete the dungeon already? No. And he does. Run 2. Yeah, he can. He can complete the dungeon. Because both of them trigger the dungeons, right? Yeah. So it's on Orzhov dungeon build. That's cool. If you are interested, you can build exactly the same with Esper. With Nadar and Triumphant, and then this Refined, a 3 mana drop. They constantly grow each other. Grow the first Striking Death Touch is amazing because it's really difficult to block, but also to grow the Nadar because he has Vigilance is amazing. You can try it out. I was trying this list a little bit. I saw it somewhere on Twitter. Okay. Okay, still. And the problem there is that I don't have enough Nadars. I have only 1 Nadar. If you have like 2 or 3, it's a good spot there. And I don't want to craft them. But yeah, it's a pretty cool list. Interesting list. You can use the dungeons to scry and smooth out your draws, create treasures, and fix your mana and stuff like this. So it plays good. If you draw the right cards, it plays really good. Okay, you completed the dungeon, right? It should be now 4/4 both. Okay. He's not? Ah, no, he is only the 4/4. Ah, ooh, nice. Nice. Definitely nice.
During my travels. Let me show you. We've got
Okay.
this fight.
not worth the effort.
Now we need to deal somehow with the Emperor, right? Question is how? How can we deal with the Emperor? I don't have enough mana to Blitz and to kill Nadar with Scourge. I can double Scourge the Emperor, but this seems for me a little bit redundant. Difficult decision, huh? Difficult decision, but let's see. Let's see what we have there on top. Maybe we can hit a land drop. Jesus, where are my lands? Give me my lands, game. Okay, and here do we create a token? Nope, then he goes all in on the face. This makes no sense. Let's plus it. So he will go after Ob Nix, at least with one creature.
Carnage. Tribute is owed.
And we're gonna skip. Very unlucky. I was hoping for a land drop. But that didn't wanna. Maybe with double red I could deal with Nadar, and this will maybe help me a little bit. Why didn't he plus on the Wanderer? He forgot or he didn't want it to? I think he has another Wanderer, right? Naoto Nakamura. Sure. Can do nothing, it's just 2 damage without any treasures. And we don't have our Harvester. Still didn't draw the Harvester. Opponent most likely has another Vanishing Verse. So it will hit most likely Fable. The cheeky bricky. But we're gonna see. So far he deals really clean with our threats. Another goblin. He goes for the same dungeon again? Yeah, he always goes for the same dungeon.
You've gone and ruined all my fun.
Okie dokie. Suggest that we can use our mana efficient here. Let's go and scourge the goblin. Where does he put a counter in the goblin? Ooh, Jesus. Nice. Nice. I don't see an out here. We don't have enough mana for Meathook Massacre for 4. We don't have enough lands to do some multi-shenanigans. He forgot to plus last turn, right? So this is most likely a loss, but we're gonna see. Never give up the hope. Okay, land. Land is not as useful as I would hope to. Especially right now, right here, the land is not super useful. So this is 10, this is 13, I'm forced to block. If opponent exiles it, I'm dead. Right? Right. Now auto. Takes his time. Okay, take your time. Take your time, my friend. Okay, Lumi. Put the plus counter there. Submit 0. Yeah, I don't think I have a chance here.
Strike fast and strike hard.
I will now force jump the Nadar. The next draw, I don't have a clean sweeper, like Blood on the Snow or something like this. And there is not much I can do about it, right? Okay. Venture into the dungeon. Draw a card. Force to Champy here. Down to 3. And yeah, this is most likely game. I literally I don't see. We are too slow. We are way too slow. Jin is not the answer here. Miro is also not the answer here. Let's go down to 1. Doesn't matter what. A good game, my friend. Good game, Naoto. Aye. Okay, another land. At least we saw what we draw next. At least we saw it, yeah. This is how it can go, definitely. If we are a little bit too slow or slower than the opponent, then it's difficult to grind. But I think we played everything right, like with the Ob Nixilis and everything, we did the most things right that we wanted to do. So yeah, he was just better. Better draws, better deck maybe? I mean, dungeons is okay now, right? Not the best. So let's go to the breakdown part. And here we are with the breakdown. Yeah, in general, my impression from this deck is it's fun. The Forge Boss is definitely really cool, our endgegner. Maybe, let's say with some a little bit more cheaper sacrifice stuff could be working better, because I also tried different builds with him. I tried also the self-sacrifice aristocrat themed dragon in Grixis Colorations, this one, the Immersum Predator. But at the end, it was often much slower than you saw it now. So in general, we are a really grindy deck, and we want to play this mid-range game against different sort of builds, against control, against aggro. We want to go longer, like you saw it against mono white, for example, right? We want to put our opponent in a spot where he needs to make unfavorable attacks, where we can favorably block, because we want our creatures often to die. Yeah, and would I craft this deck if I would have no cards? No, definitely not. This is a deck that is pure for, let's say, synergy with the Forge Boss. You can make it more competitive or more interesting to play, yes, with some additions or exclusions. For example, Ob Nixilis, yeah, he is good in this team, but I will maybe reduce it down to 2, and then add a little bit more interactive stuff, like Grasp or like Bloodthirst? Something with blood, the removal spell for 1 mana. Bloodshift Thirst, yeah. Bloodshift Thirst, stuff like this, so a little bit more action on the board, and then when we start popping off with our blitz creatures, but also with our self-sacrifice creatures that constantly also can trigger Warlock class, and the Forge Boss can drain our opponent without even needing to attacking, right? Also Jaxis plays here, I think, a really cool role, because we constantly sacrificing something, constantly redraw the cards, and get a value this way on the board. I think we saw it in one game, right, where I copied and opponent playing against Esper, I think we played it, right? This is basically the way you copy with Jaxis, for example, Forge Boss or Underdog or Requisitioner, and through this copying, sacrificing, card draw, you have an endless engine that keeps on going until the opponent is dead, right? Ob Nixilis is here just like a little cherry on the top. Let's say if you draw it in the late game or in the mid game, where opponent focus the attention more on the Ob Nixilis. But in general, this deck is super expensive. You see, maybe we have almost everything mythics and rares here, except some cards that here, for example, like common, uncommon, and some interaction here on the one mana drop. This is why I don't recommend to craft it, because there are more things you can do with your wild cards in Rakdos team. I will most likely make soon a really strong Rakdos team also with Ob Nixilis. And there you can definitely then say, okay, if you are a big fan of Rakdos, you can invest the wild cards there to maybe complete something. Otherwise, if you have the wild cards, if you have maybe some of these cards, I will definitely recommend to try this deck out. It's really fun, especially to killing your opponents with a Forge Boss. It's really, really cool. And if you have things that also can sacrifice an opponent's turn, so to trigger him twice, for example, the dragon that I just showed you, the Immersum Predator, he can trigger it in opponent's turn. And definitely also, if you want to maybe go more competitive, things like Eye Twitch and Chamling as the typical 1 mana drop is here also really helpful if you go with this Immersum Predator and then constantly sacrificing stuff, getting more value out of it, right? Then Forge Boss triggers much more often. But I wanted to include a little bit more fresh cards, new cards. This is why Eye Twitch and Gas didn't make the cut in this deck. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, it's a really fun game. The win rate is slightly over 50%. I think I'm like about 53, 54%, so it's not the highest win rate I ever played with a deck, but it's a really smooth mid-range Rakdos build that utilizes some blitz mechanic and some other really nice endgegner stuff that makes this deck definitely something refreshing to play in this current meta. Yeah, otherwise guys, I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you like it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao!